Hello, everybody. This is Dennis McKenzie coming to you live from Northwest Oklahoma. I am doing a live video. I had told quite a few people that what I was doing with the Entune 24-hour transdermal CBD square. The reason that I'm doing this live video is simply because there's a lot of people in my industry. I'm a retired UPS driver, 20-year driver. There's people in the DOT industry. There's people that have jobs that are in the oil field or other jobs that require driving or different types of permits, that those positions can be flagged at random for drug testing. There's been a lot of buzz about the Entune squares and whether or not they would actually flag a drug test or not. I'm going to grab that box so you can see it. It may be backwards on your screen, I don't know, but this is the Entune squares. The squares, you've probably seen a lot of them being in the rock. This is the square. Now this one that I have on right now, this actually is day number 36 that I've worn the squares. I just wanted to tell you real quick, I had talked to the drug screening technician about the tests, and my question was, which test should I do? Which test might dig deeper, so to speak, and is it the urine test? Is it a hair follicle test? Is it a nail test for your fingernail clipping? They all can search for that THC that you're looking for in the drug test. The difference really, she explained to me, is not necessarily one that might dig deeper to find something that the other one wouldn't. One may go back further, where a urine sample may, you may flush that out of your system within a 30-day period, and the fingernail test might go back 120 days. I don't know what that is, but some court systems use that. But she said the urine test is absolutely fine, that whether you use any of the tests, if it's going to pop THC, it'll pop THC on any of them. So it didn't really matter that much. Now, the one that she used for me, she said, is probably one of the best urine sample tests that there is for testing for THC in a drug test. It's called an M-Cup 11A on-site drug test. With that said, I just also wanted to give you an opportunity to hear, just this morning, a friend of mine that is an HR manager for a company in a town not too far from here called Fairview. He wears a lot of different hats, and I had recently, he had obtained some of the squares from me for his wife to try. She'd been in an accident. She had a lot of soreness. But she was trying for those, and he indicated to me this morning, he didn't tell me he was going to do this, but he had tried the square for some anxiety issues or some headache issues that he had or stress that was caused from probably work and life in general. And he indicated to me that it was working for him quite well. And he decided, being an HR manager and knowing that the CBD industry is going where it's going, he decided to go down to their local hospital and have a drug test just for his own peace of mind, which he indicated to me after 2 or 3 days of being on the square, it turned up negative. And also, those of you that have been on the rock for any length of time probably know Terry and Mary Ellen Nutter. Mary Ellen was on, I believe, day 28 of the square, and Terry was on day 33, I believe. And both of their tests also came up negative. Mine was negative. I was on day 36. And I'm going to show you guys the test, and I'm going to also post that in the comments after this live video. This is where we started in March. I went ahead and labeled each one of the squares that I used, what number it was, what day it was, and that, I think we went nearly 20 of them in that month of March. And then in April, today is, this would be number 36 that I have on right here, and yesterday was number 35. So that's 36 squares, all consecutively, one right after another. Some of them overlapped, so there were days that I had 2 squares on. So it's quite safe to say, for my body, with the less than 0.3% of THC that talks about right here on the box. It tells you exactly, it guarantees that. And there's also a website that you can go to that you can type in this lot number that's on the bottom of the box, and you can take that number, that lot number, and put it in the Ameo difference or Zija difference, and it will actually show you the breakdown of all the components that's in the square. So, and the percentage of CBD and everything that's in that. So I will post this. This was actually, these tests have to be attended. That's a little awkward, but it is what it is. But it shows the date and the attendee's name. And then the drug, this one actually, the last one was a 5-tier. This one's actually a 10-tier. This would be the one I think the DOT uses. And it's got all of these different things that it tests for, and the marijuana would be the one that they were looking for the THC, and of course that did test negative. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I didn't want to make this a lengthy live video, but I know there was some friends that were anticipating what this was going to do. There were people that were kind of holding back of wanting to use a square because of their job and occupations, and you know, you've got to make your own decision. At the end of the day, you have to do your own research, and you have to decide what's good for you. But there's 4 of us from 3 days of using the square to all the way to 36 days of using the square and everything in between, and we all tested negative, and from a very reliable drug test. So, you know, use your own judgment, and feel free to contact me anytime. I'd be glad to share any of this information with you. With that said, have a great evening, and thank you guys for listening, and God bless. We'll see you.